This is when America started to go down, man. This is when Elijah, that's right, all right, John the Baptist, right, and reincarnation, if you could receive it, right. This is when the morality of this place started to go down, man. The marriage rate started to go down. People going to church, even if it was in wickedness, the idea of them going to church, it still was something, right? That declined. Women started women's liberation movements and whatnot. Everything went to shit, man. All right, and that was biblical prophecy.
Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness,
That's right. Yep.
which the profanely commit.
That's why I said in Revelation, the 18th chapter, that his sins have reached up into heaven, man. Once you start tampering with the ozone layer, you got trash floating off in space, you're trying to shoot off into the outer atmosphere, that's where the Heavenly Father drew that line. He said, all right, enough is enough. Just like in the Tower of Babel, man. When the Tower of Babel happened, what happened was people was living in the higher mountains because they were afraid to go back down into the valleys because of the flood. And then eventually over time, they started to dwell in the valleys and the cliffs. And what did Nimrod say? Nimrod, in complete defiance of the Heavenly Father, said, I'm going to build a tower high, so high, so that if the Most High tried to drown us again, we will all be safe. In complete defiance of the Heavenly Father. That's Esau Edom to this day, man. That's the spirit of Esau Edom. Trying to come up with ways and trying to, it's just get to say, woe unto him that look to basically go off into space to hide from his judgment, man. That's the spirit of Esau, man. Go ahead, bro. And he's talking, this is what he used, all these ancient deities and these ancient devils and these demonic spirits from Egypt, from Babylon, from the Persians, and anything wicked and abominable. That's why when you read Revelation, it says the mother of harlots, man. Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. In her cup, she held nothing but filthy, wicked abominations, man. Because everything's filthy and wicked and abominable stems from this place, man.
It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which the profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which the wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the soul of the just complain continually.
Hey, and that's an attribute of who the just is, man. The just is going to be complaining continually about the righteous blood that's been shed throughout this land, man. And not just this land, but all throughout the world, man. All throughout the world, Esau is just going around just creating complete havoc, man. All right? You can't even go into a Walmart without this devil coming in and just blowing people. But that's in his spirit. That's always been Esau. Always been Esau. Everywhere he goes, that's in his spirit. Oh, he's a mass murderer, man. Sociopath, man. He's a man of destruction.
Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all innocent blood from among them.
Because he has to. We dealing with a just power. Y'all don't know our power, man. Only Yasharala, only his anointed, only his elect could truly know who this man is, man. And this man is a righteous power, man. He's not gonna allow all this blood to be shed throughout the earth without no consequences. That is an abomination, because that would be in a false balance. A false balance is an abomination unto the Lord, man. All this blood has to be a recompense, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
That's why every Edomite gotta die, man. Every last one of you crackers has to die. What was that guy? I think he was a professor.
Well, yeah, he was a professor from a black teacher college, right?
Yep.
So we're saying like the only way that can be peaceful on the earth is for the white race to get something.
Right, now they played that news clip of him saying, I've come to the conclusion that the only way there can be peace on earth is unless we exterminate every last single white man, child, baby, little girl, Susan, whatever you want to put it, right? Becky, right? They showed that, right? But you see, when you watch the sermon in its total, yo, bro, that dude talked for hours about all the wickedness the so-called white man has done upon the planet, man.
We could talk for hours.
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Just on what the shit he's doing, just on him alone, we could talk for hours.
Yo, bro, he said he went into the Tuskegee, he went into the AIDS, he went into Vietnam, he went into the slavery, he went into the destroying of Native Americans, all the Indian American wars, the Vietnam War, the Korean War, the makings of weapons, the makings of bombs, the droppings of bombs, and all the wickedness the so-called white man has done. He went into and he brought it was a valid point. Was it not a valid point?
It's in the Bible.
Is it not a valid point?
I got something.
Go ahead, bro.
This is John 10:10. It says, "The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy."
That's why Esau comes. He's not coming to help you. The scripture says he humbles himself down as if he's coming to help, but he's coming to steal some shit, man.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and 3, Salaki and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
That's
Neither
right.
keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Now, why can't he keep at home? Because a vagabond, what's a vagabond? A vagabond is a wanderer, man. What's they got that house for little wanderers? That's fucking Esau, man.
Right.
He's a vagabond, man.
Right. Hey, also, it says, right, that the spirit which is lifted up, right, it's not upright. You know, that reminds me of a tree. When you have a tree that starts growing up crooked from the root, the only way to get rid of that tree is by upplucking the root. You know what I'm saying? Because that tree is always going to keep growing like that. The so-called white man is never going to be straight, man.
He can't.
He can't be
The
straight.
scriptures say sin lieth
can't.
at the door.
He can't
So
be
he has to
straight.
shave his beard.
Right.
He has to make homosexuality the law of the land.
Right.
He's a natural pedophile.
Right.
He's a murderer. Right. He's a thief. Right. That's in it. He has to create eggs. He has to put drugs in all the neighborhoods.
Right.
And he got to be shocked when somebody brings it to him because he's the devil.
Right.
It's shocking when you bring the crimes of what the so-called white man has done to humanity. He's appalled.
He's
He's
appalled.
appalled. How
Yeah.
dare you say that?
Right.
Or how dare you do that, man?
Right.
How dare you do it?
Right. Exactly.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, corrupt. I'm a little bit corrupt. Go ahead.
Isaiah 42 and 16. And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not, and I will lead them in a path that they have not known. And I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight.
Yeah, that's
I got one. Jeremiah 13 verse 23.
Yep.
Can an Ethiopian shave his skin,
Yeah.
or the leopard
Yeah.
his spot?
Yeah.
Then may he also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Yeah, so hey, Esau was accustomed to do evil.
Right.
The scriptures say that evil is set up against righteousness, man. If the Most High has a chosen people, by default, Satan has to have a chosen vessel, man, to be contrary to them. This is the reason why we're so. Hey, give me that article. Let's get that article, right? Let's get the article of the FBI saying that the #1 threat to America is black identity groups, not Al Qaeda, right? Now, when I first saw that, I thought to myself, like, wait, what? How are we a threat? But then I said to myself, you know what? That's true. We are the biggest threat to so-called white supremacy. We are the biggest threat, and it's an identity, right? Going into what's an identity? Identity is how you identify somebody. If you saw just a set of bones, right, that had no skin on it, you couldn't identify those bones. When you put the skin on it and you get an identity to it, you can say, oh, that's a so-called Asian man, or that's a so-called black man. But these people getting their identity back, coming back to their nationality, that's the biggest threat to world power, man. Go ahead, bro.
FBI ranks.
Call the article about Khashoggi.
So this is an article by Newsweek.com. It says FBI ranks black identity extremists bigger threat than Al Qaeda.
They ain't worried about Al Qaeda. They ain't worried about Al Qaeda. They got bombs.
Right.
Hey, they did in the movie. Oh, the movie that they was making fun of us. Oh, they don't use weapons because they study us. They know that GMS, the weapons of our warfare, are not carnal. And not only are they studying us, they watching us. All right, they got surveillance on us. They tapping us. They're like, yo, listen, part of these, I don't know. And their reports, because you know they got to send up reports. They're like, look, weapons ain't a part of what they're trying to do. There's no massive plan for them taking over America or destroying. They don't think that weapons are going to destroy. Weapons are going to be the thing to use this thing. So they know that. They know that, right? But we gotta give them up.
Right, and real quick, right, and you know, since we know this is the last leg of the Roman Empire as well, you know, why is it the last leg? Primarily is because the idea and the thought of how to rule and conquer, the same thoughts and ideologies of the Roman Empire is here. You see? So that being said, okay, when you threaten that ideology, which consists of America before it's a people, It's an idea. It's a form of rulership.
philosophy.
It's a philosophy.